Gamemaster's Toolkit and Screen unboxing. So I bought this a fair while ago because it was on sale. And I'm a big, huge Dune fan. And the movies just sort of really excited me. So I thought, yeah, I was going to buy the Dune game. And I bought the Dune role-playing book ages ago. And then I ended up seeing this sale from Edifius where they had the Gamemaster screen and the Masters of Dune, and later on I bought the Agents of Dune, so I sort of went all in, bought each stuff. But this is the actual screen, and we're going to open this up today and have a look. Okay, so the back of this, which is the book, basically says it's a 4-panel decorated screen, including a 32-page booklet offering all manner of Game Master support. Perfect way to build your story and perhaps even your legacy on the dunes of Arrakis. The Game Master's Toolkit contains a 4-panel Game Master screen featuring a stunning map of Arrakis, reference tables and key rules on the inside of the screen for instant access during play, and a 32-page Game Master booklet containing tools and advice on creating and running a Dune Adventures in the Imperium campaign, and a host of adventure hooks, intrigues, and settings to enhance your adventures on Arrakis. Okay, so that's the book, and we're going to look at that in a minute, because first we want to look at the fancy screen. That is a bit of paper, which is with an ad for all of the dice and the extra stuff you can get for Dune. That's great. We'll chuck that aside. Don't need that. This is the screen itself. Now, I can't tell if you can see everything on the screen from this, but it's pretty big. It's 4 panels. It's sort of it's a high screen. I'm not a fan of the big high screens. I prefer the lower ones. But you go with what you got. So I was hoping it was going to be landscape, but this is portrait. And it means that, yeah, obviously it's longer. Okay, so there's a lot of good stuff on here. Obviously a fair few tables that you need to run the game. You've got skills and drives, difficulty levels for how do you determine a difficulty level for a check. You've got various traits, what can make things easier and harder. You've got the skill test procedure in here, which is good. Complications that come from those, successes it costs. Determination may only be spent on a test where a drive statement applies without conflict. So every player gets a drive statement, which you can then use to apply to one of your checks if it relates to your check. Challenging drives. You've got adding a threat. This is what the GM does, adding threats. Momentum uses. So because of the 2d20 system that Edifius uses in its games, it basically means that you can spend momentum. And when you do things successfully, you gain momentum points. So it's like a currency in the game that you spend constantly. You're constantly toing and froing back and forth and adding threat to the GM so that they can buy stuff for their NPCs to use against you as players. There's conflict, personal, skirmish, warfare, espionage, and intrigue. That means there's all different levels of conflict, but it uses roughly the same system for when you're moving and using assets in that conflict. Advancement points. So when you are moving ahead in your game in terms of experience and stuff like that, and when your house moves ahead as well. You got your attack sequence in here, resisting defeat, creating non-player characters. Story hook generator, even a story hook generator down here. It's a bit limited. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's pretty basic, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, I guess they don't expect you to be playing this for years and years and years. They expect you to be maybe playing it for a couple of months and then moving on to a different game, maybe. I don't know. Okay, this is the map. And the map of Arrakis is pretty cool looking, if somewhat basic, because it's a big desert planet. So there's not really a lot of detail you can put on there. There's the North Pole. We've got the worm lying around that, the shield wall, which goes all the way around this section here, which has Carthag and Arrakeen in it. There's Carthag there. There's only 2 cities on Arrakis, Arrakeen and Carthag. And the rest of it is just like a big empty area. So, yeah. They've got a few spots like Cave and Birds, False Walls. Yeah. So not a lot there. And then this other bit's just the deep desert. So, I guess there wasn't really a lot you could do with the map of Arrakis. It's just basically, that's about it. All right, but still, at least you've got a map. So that's good. You've got it on the outside of your screen so your players can sort of look at it when they're on Arrakis and say, oh, that's where we are. Oh, good. Excellent. Anyway, so this bit here is like a 32-page Gamemaster's Toolkit, which tells you how to do stuff. Talks about some of the themes of the game. Wilderness survival. Hidden spice. First, the themes listed above is humankind versus nature, manifest in the form of survival. This is one of the most compelling narratives based around Arrakis, and any story that involves leaving Carthag or Arrakeen should carry with it its potential conflict, even if it's only a background element. Hidden spice, Star Pilgrims, Worm Sign. Oh yeah, so these are plot books. Urban survival, political intrigue, so a whole bunch of different plot tricks. Carnley, which is the vendetta system that they use in the books. Mysticism, other worlds, adventure generators. Here we go. Lots of tables you can roll dice on just to generate characters and stuff. And it's even got a title structure. Okay, to tell you how to title your adventure. All right. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff there to help you. Picture, institution, a group, object or animal, adventure generator. Okay, we'll open with characters relaxing at home. On a guild highliner travelling through space. Purchasing supplies or information for the house. With the antagonist of the adventure meeting with shadowy figures. That's the start of it. First steps, establishing the adventure, non-player characters, enemy, plot. The path turns to plot revealed. Ooh, yeah. Kill or capture a great or rare creature. Roll for personal pride of glory. Acquiring terrible weapons, atomics, Sudoka. Nice image, that one. Good one. Blocking the path, the antagonists. Who are the antagonists? How many antagonists? So you can basically just roll on these tables and bring up everything you need for your adventure. And, you know, just fill in the gaps. So this is pretty good. This is good. Problems and obstacles that come up during the adventure. Hidden paths, the hidden hand. So who is manipulating behind the scenes. Mapping the path, drawing the intrigue map. Supporting, character concepts, character allegiances, peculiarities of particular characters. Adventure generation example, which goes through, that's good, to show you how to use all the tables. The intrigue and influence maps that you use, okay, that you can use. Oh, yeah. False through false heart. Oh, look, these are little adventures. 4 example intrigues. Oh, they're little intrigues that you can use. This is examples of how to make them, how to put them together. Okay. All right, cool. Children of the Jihad. Locations. Sand Boulder, a smuggler base, and characters. Of a collection of locations the game master can slot into their campaign, each location might provide an intrigue, an adventure seed, or just a useful place to stage an encounter. All right, yeah, you got some NPCs in there. That's pretty good. House of Amaranth. And the Star Princess House Waku passenger ship. All right, that's pretty good. All right, there you go. That's not a bad screen. I can't remember how much that cost me. I'm sorry. I bought it so long ago, and I did get it on sale. But that's a pretty good screen. Like I said, I'd prefer it if it was landscape rather than portrait, but you got to live with what you get. The map is, nothing to write home about. However, that's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? But it's still a good screen. It's well made, well put together. And this Gamemaster's Toolkit is really handy, especially for anyone who has not written these types of adventures before, because Dune is not quite your average role-playing game in that there are high-level intrigues. You're playing the house as a character as well. Then you're playing sub-characters and your own PCs. So it's good. And there's lots of intrigues and politics and stuff that goes on behind the scenes as well. That's a pretty good buy. I'm pretty happy with that. So if you want to buy the screen, there you go. Cheers.